That was delicious.
Oh my
We're all hot fire mouth.
Yeah, I know. We shouldn't breathe on each other.
I just had a minute.
Orly is here. She's doing chromatography bags. Did I say that right? Chromatography.
Yeah, chromatography.
Chromatography bags. Wonderful DIY. Were you inspired by somebody?
A little someone named Dan Kohler.
I saw
Smartest
that.
person any of us know in real
Yes.
life.
Wow.
Yeah, Dan just a couple days ago. He did the whole segment on the science behind
thought that was so
chromatography.
fascinating.
And I was watching it on the monitor and asked him, there it is, and I asked him, like, is there, like, could I do this with a craft, with a project of some sort? And he said that we could do it on canvas.
We're seeing it happen, but can you
That's
remind
time-lapse,
everybody
by the way.
what chromatography actually is?
Me or Dan?
You.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna, I was like, are we gonna see Dan?
Dan is joining us via FaceTime now.
So basically, the colors all move at a different speed, is the way that he explained it. And so when you use a medium like either the chromatography paper or canvas, and then you put alcohol on it or water on it, it sort of dissipates the colors and they all move at a different speed and they
so
separate.
cool.
So it kind of bleeds? Does it
Yeah,
kind of
it bleeds and you don't really like I didn't realize that black was made up of all the blue and sort of a little bit of
That's
brown
really
and all those different
They're all
colors.
hiding in black.
They're hiding
Right.
inside to create those colors. And so it's really interesting because this is now a craft we could do with our kids where they can create something, but then there's a little bit of a science lesson in there. So
Sure.
fun.
And you actually did do it with.
Yeah.
with
Yeah. So last night I asked Connor and he was very excited because I was like, you see this marker? You can draw all over this
color
bag.
all inside.
And this is inside?
That's inside.
The white?
Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
Okay.
Oh my gosh,
The black
Orly.
parts?
You inside the white part. And then we're gonna do something really cool.
Look at Blake putting on Connor's shoes in the back.
Oh my gosh. Look at her. Oh my gosh. Stop it.
All day long.
Hi, Blake.
Ricky, look at me.
Blakey, look at me.
I see.
And then he took the eyedropper.
Little drops.
Oh my God, that child is
Oh,
just.
it dropped.
Oh.
It dropped.
Oh my God.
He had so much fun doing it, and then I was like, and so here I did it with the
yes.
Sharpie, so this one looks a little different. It actually looks kind of like abstract.
It really
It
does.
feels like
does.
art,
doesn't
yeah.
it?
Right.
So because this was actually a good lesson, because I used a Sharpie is actually considered a permanent marker, so it's going to move and bleed less. I learned from this and realized, wait, this isn't as many colors as I thought I was going to get out of it. It's because I used a Sharpie.
So your son taught you something, did he?
Connor
Yeah.
taught me a little something. So what you want to do is actually use like these washable Crayola markers.
Okay.
And
They'll run.
yes, and it looks like black really runs sort of best. So what I did was I just created some polka dots and I just eyeballed it. You kind of stagger when you want to do polka dots.
This kind of reminds me of, as a kid, we used to, in Australia, like tie-dye tops.
Tie-dyes, so
Yeah.
And you put
fun.
the elastic bands around them and then you dye them.
Oh, we
very
used to
much
do that
like
at
that.
school. That was so fun.
This is sort of like a discovery project too, where you don't know what's going to be the outcome.
Yes.
What's
Yeah,
gonna
surprise.
happen?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And what's nice about it is that you don't actually want to be really perfect with it because it's gonna all bleed anyway. So
Yeah.
you would destroy so you don't have to be perfect to start. Like my polka dots don't have to be symmetrical.
They look pretty amazing, though. They look
Yeah,
pretty
she's
symmetrical.
great. Don't let her
Art
fool
isn't
you.
intended to be perfect.
Exactly, sir.
Oh, yeah, so we're getting the blue.
Yep.
If we use more alcohol, will the colors bleed more?
It'll bleed a little more, and you'll see like if I do, let's say one, and let it kind of, since it's angled here, run, where the alcohol is running down, you'll get like a line. Like if you look, for example, on the bag that was already done, the Hero, you can see. Like this is where the alcohol kind of dripped down, so it created these shapes because it was like a pool of alcohol, and then the color sort of goes
Man.
It
into
was
the alcohol.
like peacock feathers.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
so you can like this, you could just do this little sort of fuzzed out bleeding. If you want just a little, you can do a lot and sort of pour and let it drip down, and it'll create a whole different vibe.
So I know then it'll probably change colors quite a bit because Dan had said black is the color
Yeah.
that has the most colors
pigment
in it. So if you keep letting it bleed, it'll have everything will come out.
Exactly. So you can really let it go. And what I learned was that if you use water works with the chromatography paper, but not with the canvas. So if you want to get the color, you need to use alcohol, and you can use an eyedropper. I just use the lid. You don't
Okay,
need to get
so
anything fancy.
Canvas, any other fabrics you could use?
I think you could do it on like a t-shirt. I don't see
Yeah,
why
a
you couldn't do
t-shirt
it on
would
a
be
cotton
awesome.
t-shirt
Yeah.
and create like a cool pattern, or even write like a name and then drop it so the name gets all blurred out. You could do a lot.
What a great idea. Now, will the colors bleed through to the other side though?
Yes. So will you turn around the rainbow one?
Oh, I
Oh, I
love
like that, though.
Love
So if you
that.
don't want that, and maybe the back has a graphic or a name or something on it that you don't want to bleed through, make sure you put something protective, a piece of cardboard or something that's gonna prevent it from seeping through. But otherwise, you are gonna get, and you can't quite control the seep through. Like actually, we turn around the blue one.
Yeah.
That one didn't seep
Actually,
through.
at this point, I got to start charging.
Yeah.